Welcome to another Guide 2 with me, MrSealyp. The BsM 850 hook. Update to an update. I am back on this one again, and I can only apologise. This is a weird one, and it's becoming a real contentious issue. After I did my Update Mayhem episode, Guide 2, the other day, I've had a lot of feedback. A lot of it very, very positive and agreeing with me, and etc., etc. Some negative in so much as things have been pointed out to me, things that I was unaware of, but also things that I missed. And I'll be honest, I did this mod a disservice. I stand by the things I said, however I did miss some things out, which I'm going to rectify now. The weird thing about this is, in all the comments I've had, all different various things, people saying it's no big deal, it doesn't matter, the fact that the back bit's not detachable anymore, who cares? And again, yeah, fine. The thing I said I really liked about that mod originally, or the mod originally, was the versatility that it gave you. That you had all those options. The fact that some of them have been taken away, it's kind of like, you know, you feel like you've had something and it's gone. Realistically, yes, okay, there are lots of hook lift mods. I did say that as well. I also want to say this, and I want to put this out there. I am in no way having a go at the modders. I had quite a few comments, people telling me I have no idea what it's like. These people have jobs, they work. I'm not saying they don't. At no point did I say that they're rubbish, they're mod. I said, if anything, I love Blacksheep Modding, I love their mods, I love what they do. I just felt that this was a step in the wrong direction. And I did say it was my opinion, and my opinion only. Now, the peculiar thing about this is, somebody did message and say, right, well, you've got two versions now, with hook lift support and standard. The standard one has got the fifth wheel, the other one hasn't. No big deal, you can just switch between the two with the toolbox. And you know what, the toolbox hadn't even crossed my mind. And yes, you can pull up next to your toolbox, have your toolbox with you, however you're going to do it, and you just swap between the two. Now this is something I had to check for myself, because I thought I was going a little bit bonkers here. When I did that update review, which was only now, what, 2 days ago? You had the version that was standard, had the fifth wheel. The other version had the hook lift, but didn't have a fifth wheel. The other comments that were being left was, the weird thing is, even with the hook lift on and no fifth wheel visible, it will still hook up a trailer. So I thought, okay, that's weird. So I wanted to address some of the issues. So I've come back on, I'm going to do this video to address some of those issues. The weird thing is, I've just leased this vehicle with hook lift support. There's the hook lift. But on the back there's a fifth wheel. So I thought, well, hang on a minute. How could I have missed that the other day when I did the review, that it had the hook lift and the fifth wheel on here? So I went back and checked the video, and it didn't. It just had the hook lift. You had the hook lift version or the fifth wheel version. This is with hook lift support, but it's now got a fifth wheel. I don't recall doing another update on this, so I'm really confused. I thought I'd lost my mind. I went back, I've checked that video, I've gone through. No, it definitely didn't. So I don't know what's happening. This is what I mean. It's a very peculiar one. So this is the version with hook lift support, but it does have a fifth wheel here. So what I would do is talk you through some of the things that were changed on it, which I did miss the other day, and I apologise for that. I was so kind of taken aback by the things that I felt had changed that I did miss these, so I'm going to address them. First of all, let's start it up, and if we do our lights, we've got lights on the dashboard, main beam, very nice, lights, rear, main beam. We've also got, and this is what I did like very muchly, indicators, not only to the right, but also you've got the green light flashing just inside the steering wheel for the left hand indicator, and then the right hand indicator which is a nice touch. So the lights inside the cab, like I say, I missed this the other day and I can only apologise. If I then do beacons, top light comes on the dashboard and that little Christmas tree of lights there. So lights on the dash was something I missed. You know, and again, I apologise for that. I did mention the fact that there was now the orange running lights down the side, and obviously you've still got the central axle lifts, raise and lower, no problem at all. So that's those features which I had missed, and I can only apologise for doing so. Now the other thing I missed as well, which seems to be a big thing for a lot of people, which it's baffled me, because to be fair, I wouldn't use this as a tractor personally, and people are saying, oh, I use a 150 horsepower tractor. Would you take a lorry onto a field? I don't know if you would. A truck, but it does have, if I come back here and we hook up, now obviously that's probably not the best trailer to hook up to because the attachment point's quite low. You've got this kind of L shape here, but anyway, we have a PTO on the back. Again, I didn't point out, I did say there is a PTO attachment and I did kind of point to it, but I didn't show anything hooked up to it. So there is now the rear PTO. I've got the back attacher on this as well, which is why that's managed to hook up to something also, but there is a PTO. So for that, again, I am sorry, but I have shown it now. So let's unhook the trailer. Right, so the fact this has now got, well, it's now got, which is what I don't get, I have got the hook lift option with hook lift support. So as I showed before, it will hook up a hook lift object from any of the hook lift attachments available, like so, in a rather smooth action. I will put that back down again. If I close that back up, because the fifth wheel is on here, I can still use it. Technically I don't need. The weird thing is with this now, this is why this mod is baffling me at the moment. There you go, I can hook it up and I can use it as a normal truck. This is why this is baffling me at the moment, because when I did the review the other day, you've got, and we'll go into the menu and I'll show you what I mean. I'll go in here and you've got the BsM 850 hook. When I go into here, you've got options available down the bottom with hook lift support, standard. Like I say, when I did this the other day, they were separate. The standard had the fifth wheel, the hook lift didn't. I've got the hook lift option, it's got the fifth wheel. So my thought now is, and this is why this is still confusing me so much, why would you get the standard one? There's no point having the standard version, because if you get with hook lift support and it comes with a fifth wheel and you can hook up to a normal trailer, why would you get the standard? You don't need it. I mean, alright, so the hook lift attachment's a little bit more, but yeah, this is a confusing mod. This is confusing me at the moment. Anyway, so that's a good thing. Don't get me wrong, it's a step in the right direction. You can have your hook, you can have your fifth wheel. It will do both, so you can just buy one now. You don't need to buy two, and you don't need to have one and keep swapping it with the toolbox, because you've got both on here. The only downside is, like I say, this actual attacher. What was brilliant about that and what I loved was the fact it came on and off, and it gave you that versatility. But realistically, it's not really a major problem. Why do I keep jumping out? Okay, so unhook that. Now the other thing I didn't point out and didn't show, which is very weird and hadn't dawned on me at all, but this is something a bit odd. If I go to the Holmer pack equipment, and this is weird now, I'm assuming this may well get changed again, because the hook lift section was removable. So I'm baffled. If I come under here now, under the Holmer pack, the attach symbol comes up, so I can attach Holmer pack equipment to it. Yeah. Am I confused? Yes, I am. But at the end of the day, is there still the versatility that mod originally had? Yes, there is. Yeah. I don't want to keep using the word confused, but it is a very confusing mod. I'm not even sure that this review is making things any better. Now, as you can see, the rear axle is turning. The option to do so is done by pressing, and we will double check this because people did ask me, is it L1? No. Yeah. So R1 on the PlayStation controller, and then L3 pressing down the top of the left mushroom will change it from front steering to all steering. Now, what has been mentioned to me with regard to that is that whilst that is still on here, it was on the original. Since the update, this thing handles like a battleship now. It turns like a barge. It's with that rear wheel steering, the original mod, and I did show it when I showed the original mod review. Was it original mod review, or when I did one of the ones? I think it was when I showed the flatbed kind of mod. This thing turns so tightly. Now, I mean, I suppose it's still technically it's quite tight for a large, long vehicle, but it's not as tight as it was. That's what a lot of people have messaged me and said. It does handle a bit like a battleship now. There you go. I don't want to ramble on for too long. I'm going to sit in my state of mild confusion. So now this is the quandary mod. This is the weird one. It was love it, love it, love it. Not so happy with it now. Now I'm not so sure. Really confusing. But anyway, it will hook up and it has a PTO. It will do the hook lift option because it's the hook lift option. It will also now, it has the fifth wheel on it again, so it will do a trailer. So you only need one, not the other one. Plus it will hook up to the Homer pack stuff. Yeah. Take from this what you will. You're probably going to come away from this review even more confused than you were before, and probably just as confused as I am. But there you go. Those are the updates to an update. I hope you found this informative and useful in some way, shape or form. If I've just confused you on a Sunday afternoon, I do apologise. Just go and have a lie down for 5 minutes, you'll be fine. If you have enjoyed it, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, thanks for watching.